Hey everyone, it's Will, Gamer Dad, with another video for you. So, of course, Ilulu's Manifest has come out, and I did show my first fight against the Sansara Manifest battle. Now, for those who weren't aware, I did have to upgrade or side grade my 4.5 Ilulu in order to challenge this fight, since you do have to have finished 3 quests, including at least one 5-star quest of her normal style or her AS style. So in this case, I paid the price, upgraded to AS, and now we're ready to challenge both fights. So of course, with every Manifest fight, we do have to grind out approximately 37 million XP. And I just finished off the last of the multiple Cyrus frogs in order to get plus 10 on the Sansara, which is the Manifest weapon for Ilulu. So in this video, we're going to finally take on the second and more difficult Manifest fight and see if we can conquer it with 2 different setups and see how we do. Now, if you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I really appreciate it. I also do have a Patreon account for those who want to support me this way. So again, just like the last Manifest fight, I will link below in the comments the video for grinding out XP, just in case you haven't come across that yet. Now, Ilulu, of course, is a wind slash user, so we are going to bring the same team that we did against AS Iska's fight, which is a full fire mage team. And Melistopheles obviously helps to protect us since it's power down 35 for everyone, int up 35 for everyone. That really affects Ilulu and doesn't nearly affect us as much since we're all mages and helps our attack actually. We have the grass stud that helps Garyu automatically initiate Fire Zone, and we have a bunch of shields with Bivet as well as with Rosetta. Now with Biblia, I did cast it in the AF, and that helps us shield from status 1 turn because with this AF, we're going to bring Ilulu to the HP stopper, and after that, it counters with an AoE that can apply pain status, and depending on the amount of damage you take and the mitigation you have, you may or may not die to that. And so we're definitely putting up our shields. Keep in mind, we actually did have shields on turn 1, and so the amount of damage we're taking is very, very minimal. And of course, int up, power down is still active since it's only turn 2 essentially. And at this point, it's all about attacking twice and getting 8 hits in. And that will power our AF bar a second time to a half bar, in which case we should be able to end the fight right here. You can see that after the AF HP stopper, the first one was an AoE, and the second one is, I guess it's a VC, which is a slash resistance down, in which case we really don't care about that since we are not going to take any more damage after this round. At this point, just activate another large AF. Note that Melistopheles did fade, so we just activated Melistopheles again to give everyone an int boost of 35% while decreasing her power by 35 just in case we can't kill it within the AF. Obviously, these mages are not nearly as optimized power-wise as some other units like AS Rosetta and so on and so forth, but we're bringing a moderately powered team only to see if that is able to take on the fight, and clearly it is able to. Even with the HP stopper, we're only talking about 20 million, and like I said, in Fire Zone with multiple shields, especially things like Burning Shield, Scales the Themis, and I guess Tree of Life, which is all you have multiple physical shields, type shields, and Fire Zone, and Wind Shield as well. So it really does help us survive those fights. Hence, the damage was not even in the hundreds, I believe, at most times. So hopefully that gives you an idea of the mitigation required to either have no damage taken or very little damage taken, and of course a status shield will help your team defeat this fight quite easily. Of course, you do get the 100 stones and a gold badge for your efforts, and of course now you'll have the ability to use the fully powered Manifest weapon for Ilulu if you have the 5-star version. Here's my loadout as usual. I don't have a 5-star Ilulu, so I don't know if I'll be doing a 5-star review of her anytime soon. I would have to pay 5 chance in order to unlock those abilities in order to use it, and I decided instead to pay the 5 chance and treatises to unlock the AS Ilulu version, being that just was my preference at the time. I'm starting to regret my decision. However, it's too late to turn back now, and we'll just kind of move forward with that. Mario, of course, is our VC Grasta slave. And Ilulu did nothing, of course, just sitting in the back watching the action unfold. Alright, so we used a kind of funny, interesting mage team, and in this case we're going to use a, I'll say, semi-free team. I know that Miyu AS is not free, however, everyone essentially can get Miyu in any form, and the side grades using Treaty C. So let's see what it takes and see if we can end it very, very quickly, just for fun. So we're going to use the same setup. I would argue that Garyu could be replaced by another sword user or slash user, and you just equip the fire stance Grasta on him. Otherwise, it is all fine and dandy. We're just boosting everything, doing multiple buffs and debuffs using Crest. We also have Pride of Miglins. We have now applied the physical resistance down using Dragon God Slash. And of course, we have everything powered up for Aldo, which will be our MVP for this particular fight. Now, this is actually my first try using this team. I would imagine I would have to optimize the setup a little bit more in order to do a ton of damage. Note that ASMU was a little bit faster. However, I only got 10 million out of the X slash and wasn't enough to end it in one hit. So I would imagine that if I kind of fooled around with the buffs and debuffs a little bit more, I probably could have done enough damage there. But hey, still, 2-turn finish. Essentially no damage taken except for outside the HP stopper, and I would say that that actually impacted our damage as well, because we do have some shared Grasta, such as the enhanced HP max when carrying a sword user. So I would have lost 30% damage right there. That being said, we still won without too much difficulty, and that was kind of fun to use a semi-free team with a little bit of power backed up behind it. Anyways, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.